Hi everybody! Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna kind of do like a get ready with me kind of chit chat because I realized that like a lot of you don't know me. And I do have a couple subscribers, so hi guys, hi. You don't really know me, you don't know who I am, and so I figured I'm gonna, not that anybody's asked me any questions, but I'm gonna answer some like basic questions about myself. Because apart from, the love of my life being my kitty, um, hi, not many people know much about me. And I'm gonna do like my everyday kind of go-to smoky look. It's the look that I was wearing in my Allure unboxing. Um, and somebody had requested for me to do a look on it, so I figure let's do it. Let's just do the look. I love it. I do this look all the time, pretty much every time I'm wearing black nowadays, which is almost every day. I've been wearing this look because I really love it, and it works really well with glasses and all that jazz. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into this, and here we go. Okay, let me grab my cat ears, and I'm gonna have to take off my glasses. All right, and I will be telling you all the products that I'm using as I go. So the first thing I'm going to do is spray my face with the E.L.F. Dewy Setting Mist. I love the way this stuff smells, but I hate the mister. Hate it. So what I think I'm going to do is, once I'm done with my Urban Decay Eyeliner, which is soon, I do have a backup of this, I'm going to reuse the bottle, like wash it out, reuse the bottle for that E.L.F. mist, because I do like the mist. I just hate the mister. So this that I'm using now is the Physicians Formula Refreshmint Under Eye Gel. I don't know the exact name because it all kind of came off. And all it says is Refreshmint on the bottom. So I really do like it. I always have puffy eyes, and I always have like dry under eyes. So I find that, if I'm baking, which I usually do, putting something like that on really helps me. So I'm going to go in with my primer, and this is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer, and I love this primer so much. I hadn't used it in a while, and then I'm kind of like back on it. So let me see, what kind of like basic information can I say about myself that doesn't reveal too much. My real name is Alessandra, not GeekyGlam, although that would have been awesome if my parents had named me GeekyGlam. I'm now going to set down my primer with some powder. I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter waterproof powder. I just lightly go in with this. Just helps my makeup last all day. Okay, so my name is Alessandra. I am 28 years old. I will be 29 on Discount Chocolate Day, which is February 15th. So at the time that I'm filming this video, it's Sunday and my birthday's on Friday. So I'm not sure when this video is going to go up. So yeah, my birthday is right around the corner. I'm going to spray some all-nighter on my face and get it on my hair and everything. And so I'll be 29 for the first time. For the first time in forever. I hate myself for just doing that, but so that's some weird thing about me. I'm going to use the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I have the shade Porcelain. I am a singer. I actually have 2 degrees in singing. My undergrad is a Bachelor of Music in vocal performance. And then, in case you're wondering, this is the Juno & Co. sponge. I've been really liking it. I still use the Beauty Blender, but this one is way cheaper, and it doesn't absorb as much product, so you get a fuller coverage, which is nice. And then I have my master's degree in opera performance. So, the life of a musician is pretty much trying to take whatever you can So currently I teach at like a music school that's like an after school sort of program. And I teach private voice lessons there. I run like a choir there, like a show choir. And I also teach the early childhood music program. So that's actually how I start my week. On Monday mornings at 9:30, I teach a toddler class, which you would think that that sounds really bad for 9:30 on a Monday morning. And it can be. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I really hate it. But the kids are adorable. And when they go, music class, Miss Alessandra, it's really the cutest thing ever. Because, like, some of them can actually say my name, and it's crazy. And I love it so much. Okay. So there is the foundation. I do love this foundation. The combination of the foundation and the primer, I mean, works really well. Although that primer does work under other foundations as well. I just happen to really like the combination. So I'm going to go in with my normal concealer. This is the Huda Beauty concealer in the shade Marshmallow. I also teach at a college where I'm a professor of voice, adjunct professor of voice, which is so strange to me when I get an email for a new student that's like, dear Professor so-and-so, I'm not going to say my last name, but I don't think I'm comfortable with that yet. We'll see. Dear Professor so-and-so, and I'm like, no, call me Alessandra because I'm not here for professor. I mean, I should own it, right? Because, like, I am a professor and, like, I should definitely just want to, like, have them call me professor, but it's weird. But then also this semester at the college, one of the full-time faculty had to go on medical leave, kind of unexpectedly. So I was asked to take over one of his classes, and it was kind of like the traditional choir on campus. And so I got kind of thrown into that. And it's been so much fun. These kids like are like, well, we don't want to do this as a traditional choir anymore, because the guy who's running is very like old school, and he's great, don't get me wrong, but like these kids wanted something more kind of up to date, more their speed. So we're doing it as like a Broadway cabaret sort of review, and they're loving it, and I'm loving it, because you know the college kids, they're more advanced than the other private students that I have. I mean, obviously they should be, because it's like high school and middle school versus college, so they should be. I know this looks a little bit light right now, but when we have like bronzer and stuff on, it kind of tones down a little bit. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead and set that with the RCMA No Color Powder. My go-to everyday powder. Love it. And if you don't get massive amounts of it on your shirt, then you're doing something wrong. What else? The other job that I hold is I have a church job where I am paid to sing in the church choir every week. So that requires a Thursday rehearsal and a Sunday service, sometimes 2 services on a Sunday. And that's really great because the quality of that choir is just unbelievable, and it's so much fun. And I'm actually a paid alto section leader, even though I'm a soprano. But, you know, sometimes you kind of take what you can get because there's a lot of sopranos, but not as many altos. So you do what you got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera because it's really hard for me to talk while I do that. But I'm going to use my normal E.L.F. lock-on liner and brow cream in the shade Espresso, and I will be right back. Okay, so brows are on. I'm just going to wipe away my bake and set the rest of my face with that powder. Okay, so I talked about my jobs. I'm trying to think of like what I want to know about like the YouTubers I watch. Let's see. I am single. I was in a really serious, long relationship for about almost 4.5 years that ended about a year ago. I'm not going to speak much to that. But I've like dated some guys here and there since then. But like right now, I just don't really have much time for dating because I'm super busy. I'm just gonna go in with the BrowGal Instantint and set my brows down. Because I'm also currently in school. I'm doing like an online degree in arts administration to try and like have one job instead of like 12. So I just, most of the time I have like to spare on the weekends, I'm doing like filming videos to be creative and it makes me happy. I'm just gonna use a purple NYX mascara also to run through my brows. Since I have purple hair, I always do this. And I do schoolwork on the weekends because I don't have much time during the week. And just, you know, actually enjoy life. Because I'm super busy. I have so much to do. So I don't really have time to commit to another person, much let alone myself. So, yeah, I mean, I know I'll get married eventually. I'm not really worried about it. So, I'm going to go in with this Bare Minerals Gen Nude Copper eyeshadow palette. And this is what I've been using a lot lately to do my smoky look, and it's really just 3 eyeshadow colors. So it's Truth, Wild Child, and Trippin'. Those are the 3 that I use. It's such an easy look. Okay, so first I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and this is the Farah 35E, and I'm going to go in with Truth, and this I'm just going to fluff this into my crease. So I have a cat. We all know that. She's made plenty of appearances in my videos. You can see her right now. She's hanging out with me. Her name is Loki. She is 4 years old. She'll be 5 in June. She is my everything. She loves to cuddle. She loves to play pets or bites, which means, you know, sometimes I get pets out of her. Sometimes I get bites. I am definitely her human. She likes, tolerates other people, but she loves me, and it's my favorite thing ever. Okay, next I'm going to go in with Wild Child with kind of like a flatter blending brush. This is, I don't even know, Sonia G Worker Pro. I got this in the Beautylish Lucky Box, which I should have done an unboxing, and I didn't. And I'm so mad at myself for not doing that. But it was really awesome. I was really excited about it. Anyway, back to Loki. I could talk about her all day. She, I got her when I still lived in Boston. I live in Philadelphia now. And a friend of mine was like, hey, my cat just gave birth to a litter of kittens. Do you know anybody that would want one? And she showed me this picture of this little kitten, and it was Loki, and I'm like, I'm about to move to Philly. If my landlord says that I can have cats, then yes. So he was like, yeah, cool. He's like, our county has a really good SPCA. I'm like, perfect. So thus I got Loki and have not regretted it any day since. I mean, I couldn't imagine life without a pet. And I'm one of those people that like, Loki is my daughter. She is my everything, and I love her so much. Let's see. What else can I say? I have 3 older brothers, and none of them live near me, unfortunately. We're all kind of scattered around the country. And I'm going to go in with Trippin' on my lid, and I'm just using my finger. Ugh, love this green olivey shade. It's so pretty. And they're all married, and the oldest and the youngest of them have 2 kids, and the middle one has 1. So I have 4 nieces, 1 nephew. So 5 nieces and nephews, and I love all of them to pieces. I love being the cool auntie. It's great. It really is a wonderful feeling. Also because I can give them back at the end of the day. I mean, I do want a child eventually in my life, but I'm like not there for it right now. I'm not in a stage in my life where like I can. Like my best friend has a 2-year-old, and like I can't even imagine that. Like she's like awesome. She's amazing and she's such a great mother, but I can't even imagine that. So I'm just gonna wipe my finger off on a makeup wipe and then go back in. So now my finger's a little bit wet, and just intensify that a little bit. We're gonna blend it out in just a second. I just want to lay the color down first. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with that middle brush and a little bit, just a tiny bit of that dark brown shade, and just start buffing out these edges. So what else can I talk about? I'm a coffee addict. Love coffee. My favorite food is garlic. Yes, you heard that right. My favorite food is garlic. I love it. One time, oh my gosh, just dropping everything. One time I was making dinner for a friend and I asked him what he wanted because he was going to come watch Loki for something, and I wanted to say thank you. And he's like, make me a meal surrounded by garlic. So I did. I made garlic bread, and I made this marinara sauce that has that had like a whole head of roasted garlic, and it was so good. Oh, this is the Milani Supreme Kohl Kajal eyeliner. I'm just going to go my top and bottom waterline with this. With this look, I don't really do a wing liner. I've actually been like opting for these like grungier, smokier looks and not a wing liner lately. I don't know, just been really kind of enjoying that. Next, I'm going to go, if I can find it, in with, whoops, the Morphe No Name brush. It looks like this. And I'm going to go in with that dark brown shade and just smoke this along the bottom lash line. Now, this might be too intense for some people on a day-to-day basis, but I wear this look all the time. But I'm pretty bold when it comes to my eyeshadow looks. And I find that I can, because like my job, they don't care. Actually, my students love it. Got a little fallout from that green shade. Just gonna kind of brush that away. And then take that big fluffy brush again and just really blend out and kind of smoke this out. And that's the eyeshadow. That's it. That's all I do for the eyeshadow, and it's such an easy look. 3 brushes and a finger, 3 shades, super easy. Love it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take a spoolie and just comb through my brushes. What? My eyebrows? Oh my gosh, it's like 8:45 at night. I need to go to bed. Okay, so next thing I do, this is going to seem a little weird, is I actually take my eyelash curler and I put it like under my armpit to warm it up. This is something I saw on the internet. We see everything on the internet. I think like a BuzzFeed article or something that was like little easy makeup hacks. And I'm like, okay, well, let me try it. And it actually, I find, does curl my lashes better. As crazy as that sounds. So next I'm going to go into the Park Avenue Princess palette by Tarte and take the shade Princess Cut, and I'm going to do some contouring, and I'm using the Luxie 680 Pro Precision Face. I love this for contouring. So I also try to gig around and sing as much as I can. I do some performing at the school that I work for. And I also recently have performed with the Philadelphia Orchestra as part of like their choir, and it was an amazing experience. If you've never seen the Philadelphia Orchestra, go see them. They're incredible. I could be wrong, but I want to say they're ranked like #1 in the world. If not #1, they're like pretty far out there. The conductor is the same guy that is the conductor at Metropolitan Opera, and he's just, Yannick, he's just, I have no words. He's amazing. He truly is a brilliant, brilliant man. So for bronzer, I'm going to take the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. This is in the shade Fair to Light. I actually got this at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx, one of the two. Because I had bought this when it like first came out because I thought I was gonna like it, and then like I didn't like it. But my bronzer like preferences have really changed, I guess, over the years. Because like I don't like something super orangey anymore. I like more neutral. And this reminds me of the Physicians Formula, not in formula, the butter bronzer. Not in formula, but in tone. Like I think it's a really good shade dupe for that. That's something else I want to do is I've been finding like randomly always have cat hair, always. Dupes in my collection of like high-end and drugstore or affordable. So I might do a dupe video, like try and do almost a full face. If anyone would like to see that, let me know. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes. It has been so dry this winter. I just cannot stay hydrated enough. Just I can't. And then I just take my makeup wipe and clean that off, and I also clean off my lips as well. I'm gonna go in with my Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara. This is what the wand looks like. Pretty standard, but I love the way that this makes my lashes look. It gives me a lot of volume. I do find that it can be a little clumpy, which is why I always go in with a second one. And I've got yet another cat hair on me. But I also love that this is like $3 or $4. It's amazing. And I think this is a dupe for another high-end mascara, the It Cosmetics Superhero. I think they're very similar. My theory is like there are so many good drugstore mascaras out there that I rarely ever spend money on high-end mascaras. Like the only time I have high-end mascaras is when I get them like in a subscription. So like usually BoxyCharm, and I think that's where I got the It Cosmetics Superhero one. And I know that I saw a spoiler this month. BoxyCharm has the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, which I don't remember my opinion on that mascara, to be honest with you, because I've used it before, but I haven't tried it forever. So you'll have to wait for that unboxing to find out. I'm sure I'm making really attractive faces right now. I can't wait to see this in editing. So I've had my channel now for almost 2 months, and I thought like I was going to get bored with it. Was it going to be just a phase? I was going to upload like 2 videos and be done with it. But I've got to say, I've been really loving it. I've been loving to see like which of my videos do well, which ones don't. I mean, none of them have done super duper well, but like, you know, by my standards. And honestly, I'm not even doing this for views to, you know, do this for anybody but myself. And most important thing is like it makes me happy. Some of my friends love it. Like my one friend is usually super active in like the comments and like is always like, I have suggestions for you, and I love it. So next on top of that, I'm going to go with the CoverGirl Peacock Flare. And this just kind of separates and lengthens. So these two together are amazing. I was using the Balm Mad Lash in place of this one, but again, I think they're kind of dupes. So, I'll have to do that dupe video. Did I just get this on my nose? I did. I'm gonna let that dry and I'll show you what I do with it. My like interests and stuff, like I love nerdy things. All the things nerdy. Like Harry Potter. I mean, I have a Harry Potter tattoo and everything. And I just did yesterday, I filmed a Harry Potter cosplay. But which character did I do? I don't know what order these videos are going to go up in, so I don't want to do a spoiler alert. But, you know, got my tattoo on. And I'm a Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw pride. So once the mascara dries, I just take a spoolie and just scratch it away, and it's like it never happened. I'm gonna go back in with RCMA No Color Powder, and I just like to take it under here and just clean up that, make it a kind of a sharper line. There we go. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder and take a Morphe No Name brush and just brighten up under my eyes. And I just kind of go around this area, anywhere like I put concealer, just to brighten up that area, to do more of like a contrast on my face. And then I have been loving for blush this Milani, what is this? The Milani Luminoso Glow Shimmering Face Palette. It is beautiful. I'm trying to like figure out how to hold this. It's so awkward. It's gorgeous. So I have powder all over me again. Mood. With this look, I usually go on the darker side, but this side is really pretty too. I've used these ones as like, I think they're meant to be highlights, but I've used them as like eyeshadows before, and it's super pretty. So I'm just going to go into the top two here and just kind of take my brush. This brush is the Moda blush brush. I got this for Christmas, actually, from some friends. Like, it came in a set. And just look, that's so pretty. It gives you a nice glow. I'm really into shimmery blushes and shimmery bronzers. Oh my gosh, Mira, come on. I just really like my face to be glowing. And then I'm going to take my powder brush and just blend all this together before I go on top with highlight. Just make sure everything is nice and blended, no harsh lines, nothing like that. Okay, so then for highlight, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighter, and this is in the shade I'm So Lit, and I freaking love this highlight. So much so that my mom saw me use it and fell in love with it, and I went and bought her one. Because it's like $7 and just like, I've used this in video before, I'm sure. But I love the tone. And just like from all angles, it just looks stunning. It's like perfect for my skin tone. If you're lighter, you can probably use it. If you're darker skin, you probably can use it too. Because it doesn't have a weird undertone. It doesn't have like any sort of like gray cast on it. So I feel like I should look up the swatches. I know there's a swatch on deeper skin, but I feel like this could really work for a lot of different skin tones, which is awesome because, you know, in this stupid world we live in, we need a little bit more inclusivity, I think. I'm just going to go on my nose. I'm going to hit the inner corners with this as well. I always do this. I never use a different shade on the inner corner or the brow bone. I just use my highlight shade because it just kind of ties the whole face together. And I like to take this all the way down here. All the way down to meet the cheek highlight. And then you just get this nice glow. Just hit the chin a little bit. And then I'll take my powder brush again and just try to wipe away the excess. And then usually the tip of my nose, for whatever reason, it kind of like goes away. So I just like put it back on a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to set my face. I'm going to use the All Nighter by Urban Decay. This is my favorite setting spray. And while that's still wet, I just take the tiniest bit more of highlight and just hit all the high points of my face. And sometimes, if I'm feeling super duper extra, which is like most of the time because let's be real, I am a super duper extra person, I'll take another setting spray and I'll take the Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Spray. And I will go on top of the other one. I realize I shouldn't be talking while I'm spraying that. And then I'll take, does not taste good, but I love the way it makes my skin look. And then I'll take the clean side of whatever beauty sponge I'm using and just kind of press everything in. I just find that that one, the all-nighter makes my makeup last forever. And then the dewy one just melts everything together to make everything a little bit more seamless. So normally I would stop here when I'm getting ready for the day. And I'd bring my lipsticks with me and put it on after lunch. But I am going to go ahead and put my lipstick on. So what I'm going to use is the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. And this is in the shade Bow and Arrow. It's just like a brownie nude. And I love the way that with this eye look. And then sometimes I'll go on top of the gloss, and I'm going to use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. And sometimes I like a glossy lip, sometimes I don't. And then that's it. We put our glasses on and we go about our day. So I hope that you enjoyed this like chatty sort of like get to know me, get ready with me, green, smoky, grungy look. It's super simple, super easy, and I'm sure that there is a drugstore alternative to this Bare Minerals. I bet, who has something like this? E.L.F? Did E.L.F just come out with that grungier palette? It's kind of like a dupe for the Born to Run palette. I think it was E.L.F. But I love this little set of 6 shadows from Bare Minerals. I really do. And I hope that like you liked me chatting about myself. I never really know because like, I don't know. It's hard to talk about myself a little bit. And, but if I'm going to keep doing these videos, I should let you know that I'm actually a real person and not just like someone who's going to come on here and do weird makeup looks all the time. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys have any other questions for me that you want me to answer. I'm happy to do that. And also let me know what looks you guys want to see. I have a lot of ideas for new videos, so hopefully I can get those, you know, coming to life soon. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope wherever you are, you're having an amazing day. Remember to stay positive and stay nerdy. And I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Mwah!